All right, so you're just in time for another eBay unboxing, and this comes all the way from Alaska. Now, I never ordered anything from Alaska before. It comes from a place called Juneau, Alaska. I think it's actually pronounced Juneau, but I don't know. Hey, that rhymes. So, the United States Postal Service lies. They say this is 3-day shipping. Wait, hold on. I gotta find where it says 3-day shipping. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna cover up my address so you crack maniacs don't see. But do you see right there? Priority, 3-day shipping. Guess how long it took? It took like at least 10 days. And all right, let's get it open. And I'm not sure what this is. Now I saw this and I think I saw this for like 20 bucks or something like that. And I said, this is something that's unusual. And but the pictures just were not that good. And the seller really didn't know much about it. There was not much of a description, so I took a chance on it. And let's see what we got here. All right. Try not to cut into the item, because that's a no-no. All right, let's go. And, oh my God, as you can tell, I'm not a good cutter. I would never make a good slasher. All right, here we go. And what the heck is it? We shall find out. Now, like I said, this can be bad, or this can be really bad, or this is, actually can be really good. And, all right. It's a mystery box, basically. See, sometimes I take these chances on these crappy listings that these sell. Oh, wow, she packed this really well. Sometimes I take these chances on these crappy listings that sellers put out there in the hopes that I might have a sleeper. And if you guys don't follow me, what is a sleeper? A sleeper is basically something that a seller lists, not knowing its value. It's worth a lot more than what you pay for it, and it's sort of a score. So I'm not sure here. This could be a score, or it could be a total rusty barnacle. All right. Oh, wow. She really oh, my goodness. The tape is just never ending. I'll be back. And there's even more tape. And you know what, though? I don't complain about this, because when a seller packs something really well, I mean really protects it from breakage, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to, bitch or moan. All right, so what do we got here? We got the back of a picture frame, and you're like, oh my God, why did you even buy that thing? Well, I could fix this, actually. This is an antique frame, by the way. Look at the little feet on the bottom. And let's flip it over and take a look. Now, I'm not sure exactly what I got here. Oh, it looks like a portrait of some sort. All right, hold on. All right, so one of the hardest things to actually film is anything in a glass frame, because you're going to get a glare. So we're going to look at it from this way. And so what we see here is a lady that is actually from about, I'm going to guess, they call it the gay 90s. So I don't know why they called it the gay 90s. I guess because gay men happy at one time. So this is like from the gay 90s, probably about 1896 or so. You can tell by the hair, or just about 1900 to probably about 1905. How do I know? Because she's got sort of like that Art Nouveau type of hairdo, which around the time would be in a really poofy pompadour updo. Sort of like a Gibson girl. And Gibson Girl was from the early 20th century. The Gibson Girls, they were probably from somewhere around 1905, like right around there. All right, so we're going to look close up. And at first, I thought this was just a photograph. And I wouldn't collect this. I wouldn't buy this if this was just a plain photograph, because you can get antique 1890s photographs all day long for about $5. But photographs were not colored. Aha! So, well, photographs are colored now, but back then, around this time, you did not have color photography. So that's telling me something. Okay, that's telling me this might be a portrait, and that's what I was hoping it was. All right, so let's look at it in better lighting. Now, I have an actual piece of red. Actually, it's sort of a burgundy-ish color piece of fabric that I can actually fix this little frame piece on the back with. And you'll never know that it was ever broken. So I'm going to actually do that. But let's take a look at this now. You're going to see glares. It's going to be total glare city here. So let's try to look close up. Now, I do see brush strokes. Don't know if you can see that. This could be some kind of watercolor. Don't know if you can see that. Now, I want to get inside the frame to investigate this. There's got to be a way to get this out of the frame without damaging it. Now, that is going to be something I'm going to have to figure out how to do. Now I see little things on the sides. There might be, actually, let me just flip this over. There might be a way to pry this out of the frame without damaging it. Then we can investigate and possibly find out who the heck this lady was and if this is some kind of hand painting or some kind of print. Okay, this is harder than I thought, trying to get this out of the frame. Now, I don't know if this was nailed in. That could be a problem. Unless, do you unscrew these tiny little things? Aha. Now, I took the tape off of it. Whoever did that was really stupid. But there is something on the back of this piece. And let's try to read what it says if we can. And, oh wait, hold on. I think it's a thrift store purchase. So somebody probably thrifted and got this. It says, Lowenstein's, Memphis. $3.95. Lowenstein's, Memphis. Let's Google that. Okay, we'll also Google Lowenstein's. And I actually realized that these little pins come out. So now we're going to get to investigate and get behind this frame. And this looks like very old nails. All right, let's go ahead and do that. All right, I was able to get these 4 little pins out of here. And okay, so this is the inside of the back of the frame. And then we get a piece of cardboard over here. And I'm going to be very, very careful. Maybe if I take a screwdriver and try to nudge this out. Okay, so then we have a piece of cardboard. I'm just going to lay it exactly the way it was. And then we have something else in here. And it's a piece of paper with a little water damage. All right, I think we're going to actually figure out our clue in a moment. Okay, so there's this piece of paper. I thought this was actually the thing. Okay, so let's put this like this. And it's like a fancy piece of paper. Maybe acid protect. Oh, we got some words. We got some info. And it says, I can't read the first one. Something assy. L283. Brown hair, blue eyes. September something. It says blue eyes. Pale blue and white dress, black lace trim, medium complexion, black lace band around neck. Bring out details, something pin. Okay, so her brooch. Make something like something. Okay, so this is actually very interesting. This is instructions to some kind of artist. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this now. Okay, so here's our lady. So let's take a look. Remember it says make the brooch come out? Well, look at the brooch. She has like a portrait brooch around her neck. Wow. Okay, this is really quite interesting. We're going to look up also that place in Memphis. Okay, so let's see. Yes, I see brush strokes on here. Very, very interesting. You see that? It looks like some kind of painting. Let's look at that. You see that? What the heck is this? This is just so odd. It's some kind of painting on paper or card. Interesting. Let's zoom in further. Okay, there we go. We're going to really look this over. There's that brooch. And if you go like this, you can see that there's painting. Do you see that, guys? Look at the hair. All right, let's look at the side view. Okay, look at that. You see the brush strokes? There are brush strokes all over this. All right, let's check the dress. And yes, you can see some kind of drawing. Is this pastel? I don't know. Do you see that? There's even like pencil. Some kind of like pencil or something with curly cues going throughout this. Even look at her collar. Look at that. Her lips. Do you see that? Yes, this is a painting of some sort. But what the hell kind of painting is this? Do you know? Write in the comments below. Now, this does not look like a print at all. Yeah, this is seriously not a print at all. But what the heck is it? Okay, so let's like look this over. And again, you can definitely see, yeah, you could see raised brush strokes on this. All right, so we got our clues, right? This is really, really quite interesting. Look at that. Do you see the texture to this? And what kind of, let's see, this is, what kind of paper is this? I don't know. All right, hold on. Let's zoom back out a second. Here we go. Here's our lady. And I'm afraid to really touch this, but this is in actually beautiful condition. This was really taken care of. And again, let's get in there close. And there's Our Lady. It does appear to be a painting. Perhaps it was a photograph. Now, it doesn't look like it's on photographic paper, which is interesting. Let's get a close-up of what kind of paper this is. It's some kind of card. Yeah, take a look at that. Or cardboard. Whoa, I almost dropped it. Look at this. Like, it's like shedding all over me. But what the heck is this? All right. I'm going to continue to do some research. And again, because we're looking at it now without a glare from the frame. So we want to study this image as best as we can. Actually, hold on, let's get in a different lighting here. And we want to study this image as much as possible while we don't have it behind the glass. Aha. Okay, so let's find out about Lowensteins. Okay, it says born in Germany in 1835, Elias Lowenstein emigrated to Memphis in 1854. Memphis, Tennessee, by the way. The firm which he headed, B. Lowenstein and Brothers Department Store, was prominent in Memphis for 125 years. When Lowenstein's vacated, the building was occupied by Rhodes Jennings Furniture Company. They moved out in 1980, and the old building sat vacant for almost 3 decades. On March 18, 2009, 500 people in Memphis attended the grand opening of the newly renovated Lowenstein building. Okay, so it was opened up in 1886, and it was called B. Lowenstein and Brothers Department Store. Very interesting. So here's apparently, wow, look at the architecture on the building. Okay, this is where where maybe that picture was purchased from. Date of construction was 1886. Here we go right here. Yep, date of construction, 1886, Lowenstein Brothers Department Store. And the title was B. Lowenstein's. Very interesting. Okay, I'm trying to solve the mystery. So we see here, I'm trying to look up hand-painted lady portraits on maybe gouache and watercolor, maybe pastel, don't know. This one's circa 1910, and it's a miniature being sold for $437.43 of some random lady. Here we go, in a frame. And here's somebody on Etsy showing it. And I'm sorry, I'm filming my computer screen. And there we go. Let's check it out. Okay, so we get a portrait of some lady. Let's try to blow it up if we can. Not similar to mine, but perhaps similar enough, if you know what I mean. All right, some random lady that we don't know. Very interesting. Okay, so apparently people collect miniature hand-painted portraits of people. And I found like this whole website. And here's some different ones. Now this is an Englishman, English Edwardian gentleman. Let's take a look. Very, very, I mean, not similar, but similar. We have the frame with the little loop on the top. How much does something like this sell for? It says 185 sterling pounds, which is probably 2 something in American money. Let's continue to look. And well, this one is actually older, and it's of a famous person. Let's try to find a regular, everyday person. Here we go. Miniature portrait of Doris Stanley Lund. And it's in a travel case. And it came in this like fold-out type of thing, and the frame actually comes out of the center of that. What does something like that sell for? Sold. It actually sold. Did this guy sell? Yes, he sold. Okay, so these things do sell for this price. And what does this girl go for? Okay, very interesting. Wow, 285 pounds sterling. Let's blow it up and see what kind of painting that is. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out what the heck these things are. Now, what is it painted on? Does it even say brushwork? It mentions brushwork, miniature, original wood and leather cut. It doesn't say. I don't see what it's painted on. It does not say. All right, let's look for more. Aha! We have another one. Hand-painted miniature portrait of a beautiful Edwardian lady, circa 1910. And it's in a miniature frame. And it looks like, doesn't it look like a photograph? So maybe that's what we have. We have something that's made to look like a photograph. Really quite interesting. How much did this one sell for? It sold for, wow, 285 pounds sterling. Here's another thing that I would think immediately. This is a picture. And this is 1910, miniature painted, miniature portrait of an Edwardian lady. What's it painted on? It does not say. It's behind glass. 245 doll hairs. Wow, quite interesting. I mean, not the same type of painting as what we have, but we got sort of an idea now that these things were popular. Now, this thing is Georgian era, and this thing is actually very old as well. This is very old. Let's keep going until we find a regular everyday person. And there's more. Hold on. And, oh, look at this. Pair of hand-painted miniatures. Husband and wife, 1920. Very interesting. What is it painted on? They are presented by behind glass. It just doesn't even say what it's painted on. And it looks like photographs, doesn't it? Like you would think that this is photographs, but it's actually paintings. And I'm really quite, wow, look at that. Huh. All right, so how much did this couple sell for? And yes, they sold 285 pounds sterling. What's that in US, since we see so many of them selling at this price? So that would be about 340 US dollars. And here we see another thing that looks like a photograph, but yet it's not. And it's in a frame with a little thing on the top. 295 pounds sterling. Wow, so this is like $350. And it does not even say what it's painted on. And it says circa 1920. Interesting. And a similar type of frame with a backing. Really cool. Can we even get a picture? There we go. There's the little boy. I thought this was a print or a photograph. Apparently, it's a hand-painted picture. And here we go again with a little girl. And this is 295 pounds sterling, which is about 350 to 360 US dollars. Wow. Okay. But mine is older. I can tell by the way her clothing is. Here we go. This is another miniature of, it looks like a 1920s person, 285 pounds sterling. Again, $340. Look, we got a little girl over here. This is dated 1903. Okay, so these were done as early as 1903. Very interesting. And here we go. Here's a painting on some kind of, I don't know what kind of material. It does not say here. It says, this is the second of two miniature portraits of Edwardian sisters. It does not say, 265 doll hairs sold. And there's the sister. Wow, that's actually sad, right? And look, there's more. Here we go. A little boy. A hand-painted porcelain miniature, 1910. And there we go. Very interesting. Painted on something actually signed. Ours is unsigned. And there's information on the backing. Oh, okay. Just like ours had some interesting information. Okay. Written on the back. How much did this one sell for? 225 pounds sterling. So these aren't cheap. Okay, so this one sold. It's a watercolor on card, it says. I don't know if you can see that, but it says child painted in watercolor on card. Okay, so ours is on card. Now we know it's on card. And, oh wow, okay, interesting. And what kind of frame did it come in? And it came in like a little gold gilded frame. Very interesting. And how much did that one sell for? 285 doll hairs. That's, again, roughly $340. So I got the tape off of it. All I have to do is put a little piece of fabric going across the top of this. And no need for tape. And whoever put tape on it, why did you do that? Why? And there we go. There's our frame. And our frame is actually really in good shape. It looks like nobody's ever really displayed this. I mean, it looks brand new. You would think this was something that was brand spanking new. And, hold on. And what I did do was I cleaned the glass inside and out. It was filthy. And so we have, I'm trying to like get this without a glare. And of course, we're going to get glares galore over here. But there we go. There's our portrait of Our Lady. Let's try to zoom in. I'm trying to get, to avoid a glare. But yeah, this is too pixely. But let's go, actually, let's try to put it like that. And there we go. There's our lady. Our mystery has been solved, except for the fact that we don't know who the lady is. She perhaps came from Memphis, Tennessee, ended up in Juneau, Alaska. Don't know how she ended up in Juneau, Alaska. But this is actually quite a treasure and well worth what I paid for it. I paid like barely anything for this, if you think about it. This was a great score, a great sleeper. People really collect these miniatures, especially hand-painted miniatures. And we have this gorgeous, gorgeous lady, hand-painted. There was directions on the back. Very, very interesting. If you know anything more about this, please write it in the comments below. It perhaps was a photograph of a woman. Now, I don't think this was a photograph that was painted over, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not the type of paper that you would actually develop a photo on. So my guess is they had a photograph of the woman. This was a photograph originally, and they painted an exact replica by hand of the photograph just to make it in color. And so an artist probably sat side by side with the original photo. She commissioned him, and sadly, he did not sign his name. And I guess you can't always get what you want, but there you go. Thanks for watching. See you guys all soon. And this was a really fun thing to actually take this thing apart and investigate it. So long.